Good morning, Total Battle fans, etc., etc., etc. If you're about, jump on and we shall do some gameplay and have a chat. Don't be afraid to say hi, post any comments, and if you're watching this live stream after the event, don't be afraid to comment in the chat below the description of the video. More than happy to take any questions on there as well. And also, if you haven't already, join my Discord server, guys. You can find lots of details about Total Battle in there and get help from seasoned professionals. Okay, let's kick it off. Start with a little bit of crypting. I'll pop on my webcam as soon as I get some viewers on here. I just want to make sure. Anyway, the stream started perfectly today, so I have finally worked out what the problems were. That's good. No more messing around and starting a stream and then having to stop it and start it and stop it and start it again. So I'm going to do a bit of crypting today. And I might just pop into the chat channel actually that I am doing it. So give me 1 second and I will just hide the game capture, but I am still here just so as I can put my stream details into my chat channel. Primary and backup streams. Wonder why it's doing that. Actually, I have to change that out. Yes, indeed. Where are we here? Where do I get my link from? Actually, let's put that back on while I'm finding this. Should be an easy way for me to do this. Oh, send something to a crypt while I'm waiting. Just so something's happening on the screen. Yeah, I'm going to burn some tar today for the clan. Let me just find my stream. There we go. Live. And how do I get a link? Share, copy. Uno momento. Won't let me send it. Stupid game. If I put a space in, does that matter? No. So I can't send it in main chat. I can only send it as a private message. No, I can't even send it as a private message. Stupid game. Anyway. Let's just keep doing what we're doing. Crypting today, for starters. Burning a bit of my blue goo. Running a bit of rock in the background, courtesy of my Epidemic Sound account. And if you join the stream, don't be afraid to jump in and ask a question. I'm a friendly. Middle of the week, the hump of the week, as some people like to call it. As I say, the stream started first time just as I wanted it to, which is makes a change. I think I've sorted all the possible glitches that may happen during the trying to set it up. I've worked out what the conflicts are So hopefully in future now all my streams will start first time. If you'd like to ask any questions at all, just pop them in the comment section there in the chat. Don't be afraid to say hello. Check my mic is on, so I'm not talking to myself. Yes. So how are you all doing on this wonderful midweek? The viewers today, I would imagine, are not going to be many from the US, unless I'm catching the West Coast, anybody who's staying up well beyond their bedtime. By my calculation, Cali time, it's probably about 12:37, so just after half midnight. So unless there's somebody on doing some epic hunting, we probably won't get too many on from the US. And it is probably too early in the morning for East Coast, because that would be 3:37. No, 4:37, about 5 hours behind, right? Yes, most likely. So as I say, I'm just going to run some crypts for the time being. Might switch account at the minute. I'm in my Seasonal Kingdom account. And I might be able to actually do a little bit of... Let me just lower that a tad. Yeah, I might be able to do maybe a few hits on... I'll have to train some troops. Maybe do a few hits on the Armageddon squad. And just to burn a few mercs and get a few mercs, because I do have some there that are expiring shortly. In fact, I could just run them now, even with a low amount of troops. I may need to jump off intermittently, but I will leave the stream up because I am getting a couple of messages in today. Doing this at the same time of real life, as we all have. Some of us have. So don't mind me if I seem distracted. Children's children, and their children's children. Yes, indeed. Lola, thank you. Welcome to the stream this morning. What time of the day is it in your part of the world? I must admit, I've kind of neglected Europe in one regard. I know when I do my evening streams or late afternoon streams, it probably doesn't suit everybody. I'd say there's a lot of people in Europe that would use the morning time to get on and play a bit of the game, as opposed to, obviously, the US is always kind of waking up around the time, and that's why I was kind of pushing the stream to that. But there are many of us in Europe, and I thought, on the back of a wonderful Ryder Cup, for anybody who watches golf, the Europeans spanked the United States. Well, we won't say we spanked them. We got over the line. That's all that matters. Yeah, I don't know if anybody's into golf. If you enjoyed that, it was a good spectacle. I must admit, I spent a lot of the weekend watching, and I do enjoy my golf, given the fact that we had a couple of Irish players in the tournament. One being the wonderful Shane Lowry, who had that putt on the 18th hole to win his match. I'd say there were many a pint of Guinness drunk on that evening. I'm sure they had great crack. How are we on tar? We've loads of tar. Loads of tar, loads of keys. So we'll just keep plugging away here at the level 25s. If you'd like to ask me anything, don't be afraid to put it in the chat there. I'll be more than happy to ask any questions if I know the answers. In K113 today, as I say, where my seasonal kingdom alt is. There I am. I'm saving a little bit of gold up, but it's okay, everybody. I have my shield reset. And actually, let's go find a few portals. See if we can find any crypts nearby there. That's how I like to crypt, by the way, for anybody who is in a clan that puts out portals regularly. Around the kingdom. It's a good plan, it's a good idea to do it, but obviously you do need to reinforce the portal bearer, and by that I mean that you really should send as many troops as you can to the person who opens the portals, and it just means that they'll be able to stay, keep the portals up and withstand any attacks, because obviously if you're crypting, it is no harm to send all your fighting troops to the person that opens the portals, and they can then keep the portals open, and it benefits the whole clan because everybody can then crypt around the kingdom. So as you can see, we have 5 or 6 portals open, and our portal bearer is reinforced with many players. Yeah, look, it wouldn't withstand a massive attack, but he also doesn't keep any resources in his city. So the portal bearer will always have a clean city, i.e. they won't have a lot of building materials, and they certainly won't have any silver. And that is the best way to do it, because then if you do get scouted by a large player, they can clearly see that there's only troops there. And unless you're playing an event like War Games or Clash of the Throne is on, you generally won't get any attacks, because the smart thing to do nowadays is to just scout, see if there's silver there, and if there is, obviously you can take it. Might move that chat actually. Where can I put that? Pop out and be able to see it better. Let me just do something here for 1 second. Could do that. And then pop out my chat and stick it in there. And then I have the chat, and I can just expand that slightly. How's that? Perfect. Don't mind my ramblings. That's better. Now I can see what's going on. Although that does make a difference to my window. Actually, can I view the chat as well? That might be a good thing to do, because how then do people see the chat? That means they have to have both open. Where if I do this? Let me see. Let me see if I include that as a window. So let's do a browser capture. And we call it chat window. Let's see if this works. And we're going to do the browser source. No, how do we do that? No, it's not. It's a window, actually. So, no, we don't want that. Let's change. Let's delete that. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just trying to organize my screen a little bit better here, because it saves me having to do this and look around the microphone all the time. Remove. Yes. So let's try that again. We're going to add window capture. No, I thought browser would have worked, but it's not. It's media source, window capture, chat. Okay. And select the window to chat. Live streaming. Pop out chat. Yes, there we go. Add it. Okay, so now I can pull this over to here. Now we have the chat in the window as well. But if I close that, that's going to make a difference to that. Okay. That's fine. That'll do. Lovely. Good morning, my friend. How are you today? As I say, just doing a little bit of gameplay today. Doing some crypting and using some of my blue tar for rare crypts. I don't have my premium on currently, so it is costing me a little bit more than it could do, but I'm still managing to complete the crypt in 18.6 thousand tar. I managed to finally get my Torch of Olympus on the Seasonal Kingdom account. So it's just a case now of upgrading it every time the Olympus trials come around. It's funny I couldn't do that actually. Yes, so how the hell is everybody today? Y'all doing well? The hump of the week. My cheers today is a cup of tea in a mum mug. I'm not a mum. It's actually gone cold now. It's nothing worse than cold tea. Well, cold tea with milk in it. For those of you who drink tea without milk. We're a bit strange here in Ireland. We like a cup of tea with a little bit of milk. Yeah, I'm not a big coffee drinker. Never really drank coffee at all. But when I do drink it, I tend to go all out, and I will have a double espresso with maybe a little treat, a little bit of chocolate. Yes. Let me know if the volume of the music is too loud for you. But I think it's okay. I'm pretty sure I have my stream, my volume set right. Anu, good morning, my friend. How are you? Yes, I know. I have a very sweet tooth, I have to say. I eat way too much chocolate. It's the little things in life, right? But I know, yes, everything in moderation. But that's okay. This is a total battle video. It's not a fat fighters club. So you all can be yourself in here. As I said earlier in the stream, I'm just trying this for change to do a morning stream. And if this works and we get enough people on, I'll probably do a morning stream a couple of times a week. I think it would fit better into my time scale. It's kind of awkward doing afternoon and evening streams, even though I know I get in the US guys and girls. Yeah, look, I know Europe may skip or may miss out on that, because when I would do the afternoon streams, it would be nearly too late in the day. And people are getting in around tea time and getting back from work and having to start dinner and families, etc., etc. So I just thought doing the morning might work a little bit better for my European friends here. So let's see how it goes over the next hour or so, and we'll see how many people we manage to pull in. And if you are joining the video, don't be afraid to click the heart, guys, please, just so as I know you are enjoying the stream, even if you don't want to chat. Thank you, thank you. Much love. Thanks, guys. So anybody has any questions, don't be afraid to ask them. I am here to chat as well as play the game. So yeah, reach out if you want to ask anything. Ask anything about the channel, ask anything about videos. If you have suggestions for future videos, I know I haven't been doing too many of them, but I think I can try and do some of the questions that may be asked during a stream, because obviously I have a couple of accounts that I can jump into and change things. So yeah, don't be afraid to ask any questions. Nothing is a silly question in this game. Hell, I've learned stuff myself that I wasn't even aware of. Won't waste any tar on those for the time being. Actually, did I clear that crypt? Yes, I did. And what was the tar amount on that? 27.9. I think it was up at 30 before I got the Torch of Olympus. So it obviously is benefiting me by giving me a better crypt exploration efficiency. And I think actually on that last crypt I did quite well. Yeah, so we got 4 pieces of orange gear, orange fragments. And I might just do a little bit of gem. Kerf, please provide us inputs on the best and cheapest way to gain CP. Honestly, the simplest way is to have an agreement with somebody in your kingdom that you can do CP runs with. There are generally always big players in the kingdom, and they're more than happy to earn some silver. And the easiest way, honestly, is to just organize a CP run with them. You will find that it's cheaper for you to do a CP run in a group than it would be if you did individual CP runs. The general fee for doing CP runs usually works out somewhere between 1.2 and 1.5 million silver per 1 billion CP conquest points gained. So for example, if you did a set of 10 runs and you gained 40 billion CP, you would multiply 40 billion by 1.2 or 1.5, and that would be your silver cost. You'll find that in clan families, they do it at a minimum base rate of 1 million per 1 billion. That is a very low rate, and obviously there's very little to be made on that. But yeah, if you can find a friendly player, maybe organize to get even 5 or 6 of you. It doesn't have to be the whole clan. If you could organize 5 or 6 players and you all send a good selection of troops, you can obviously send well-stacked armies and attack their Koraks, as the case may be. Look, you can attack anything, regardless of how big or small a player you are. I used to do CP for a couple of guys when I had got my Griffins, my G7 Griffins, way back in the day. And there was smaller players in the kingdom that were only, a million or a couple of million might, and they were attacking Griffins in groups of between 8 and 10 players, and they were getting plenty CP back then. It's all relevant. You don't have to be attacking somebody who has the top Koraks C2s in the game, because obviously you'll be killing less and they'll be sending less. But look, ideally you're getting a player that has good healthy birds. You want health in the defender's side because that gives you higher CP, and you want strength in the attacker's side because that gives you more CP as well, obviously. So honestly, that's the easiest way to do it, Anu. That's the cheapest way, but you're going to need silver one way or the other, unless you're a really small player and you find a really friendly guy in the kingdom that's happy to give you a few free runs now and again. If you only have small troops, maybe G5 or G6, you're not going to be killing too many of his birds, so he would probably do it for a very small rate. So just reach out to people in your kingdom and ask them. Garrett, good morning, my friend. How the hell are you today? As I mentioned earlier on, I am doing an early stream for the Europe contingent that watch my channel. I know I won't catch anybody in the US, or very few, because I don't think anybody's going to be up at this time of the morning. And we're just outside East Coast time at this stage, 10 o'clock. So it's what is it at the minute? Actually, it must be 9 hours or thereabouts. Is it 9? Maybe it's only 8 hours. Maybe it's 10 hours. No, it's not. It's 9 hours. Must be. So it's about 1 o'clock in the morning. So unless there's anybody burning the midnight oil, there won't be too many of the US gang on this morning. What I will have to do, arena. Let me find an arena somewhere. Kind of funky music we have on today. There's never an arena close to a portal when you're looking for one. Sure there's not. I swear they just disappear. Yes, I agree. Lesser the number of players in CP run group, more CP we can get. Right? Yes and no. Because it is relative. So let's just say you have 10 players in the CP group. Your 10 players will only be able to kill X amount of Korax. If you have 20 players, you'll be able to kill double the amount of Korax. So it's not necessarily correct to say that you get more CP with less players. What is really important that you must do is that every player brings the same captains and the same troops. If you have one player who's sending more mercenaries or wearing armor, then they will get more CP. Obviously, if you have a player, let's say you have 10 players and 9 of those players have their A day at 80 million. Or sorry, their A day at level 120. But you have one player whose A day is level 160. They will gain more CP by value of the fact that their A day is able to get stronger attacks on the birds using their guardsmen. Excuse me. The if look, the way we do CP runs, if you're doing clan marches, is all troops, all captains and hero must be naked, i.e. they mustn't be wearing any gear. So any gear, any fighting gear that they have on, they must take off, and that means it just gives a slightly more level playing field to every player getting a very similar CP amount. So that's a must. If you let players use artifacts and use armor, there again you will see an increase in their CP because their armor may be better than yours, or their artifacts may be higher level than yours. That's going to adversely affect the amount of CP they get versus what you get if you have lower level artifacts. So that's the simplest thing. Sometimes you will allow artifacts. Other times you must just send them with no armor and no artifacts on, and that, as I say, just gives a more level playing field to everybody getting as close to the same CP as possible, if that makes sense. I was looking for an arena. I may have to just open a portal somewhere. I think I have a few, don't I? Oh yeah, I do, yeah. Good. Glad that makes sense. Again, guys, if you've just joined the stream and you haven't said hello in the chat, don't be afraid to say hi. We're a friendly bunch in here. And for once, we're going to have a swear-free stream. What does that you mean? It means I am not going to say the F word or the S word or any bold words today. I'm going to be a very good boy today. Well, That's what he says. And then you never know what might happen. Well, look, I'm not going to get attacked, so no. Let's have a nice clean stream today. And again, this is an ad-free stream. I will not be running any ads during the middle of this stream. You can set ads to run. I haven't really looked into it yet. Just if I was to step away from the screen, I had to do something here. It means I could pop an ad on while the stream is running. But I tend to only add the ad option to my streams after the live stream has been completed and it goes into my catalog. And good morning and thank you for joining, Demarkey. First time commenting from me. Congrats. See, we're friendly in here. We like to see new people. New people is what this stream, my streams are all about. I love to see new people join and come along and get involved. It's important. Helps to grow the channel, everybody. Anybody has any questions, please, as Anu has done, don't be afraid to ask me. If I can answer them, I certainly will. Plus, it might make for an interesting stream for others who maybe didn't know the answer or didn't realize that that was something you could do. Whatever it may be, how simple or complicated, please get involved. This certainly works much better. I know it drops down the size of my... I could actually drag it up here, go a little bit higher, a little bit lower. Don't mind me, I'm just adjusting the screen. That probably stretches me a little bit. I don't need to be as big as that. Let me get out of the way here a little bit. Make it easier for everybody to see. That's better. I know I'm blocking the background here, but I can move my camera around. It's not really important to see the map on here. There we go. A little bit of housekeeping. Which tournaments do you consider the most beneficial for growing? There is a simple, very simple answer to that. It is all of the epics. There isn't an epic in the game, bar maybe Arachne, that you shouldn't be hitting. I would strongly suggest that you attack every epic that you can where possible. You will grow exponentially by attacking epics. Yes, it will cost you more and you will be burning through troops and silver. Get out of the habit of using gold to revive any of your silver made troops, i.e. troops that you make in your army here with silver. Use gold only to revive your monsters, gold or sacred potions, to revive your monsters and your mercenaries. A lot of people fall into that pitfall, let's say, and they end up... You regularly hear people in the chat, I've no gold left, build a gold mine. Really, you should save all your gold. Gold you will get. If you're in a good clan, you'll get gold from some of the crypts. Level 35s, namely. You will see gold from time to time on level 35 epic crypts. I know that's not within the realm of some people to be able to do crypts that high. But when it comes to growth, look, the real ones, if you really want to set aside, there are two that are really important to be... there are three that are really important to be involved in. And those are the two clan ones, which are Rise of Ancients event. That's a must for every clan and every player. That's why in so many clans you will have requirements that every player must get to a certain amount of points during the Rise of Ancients event. They must be able to get all of their chests for the clan because that's so important. So Rise of Ancients definitely is the first one for clan participation. The second one, 100%, is the new one, which is the Trials of Olympus. That is really, really important. Also, it's really important from the perspective of the gifts that you can get during it. You know, if you look into the store, there are a lot of things that you will find that you'll be able to get. Obviously, you'll get your fragments for the Torch of Olympus there for crypting. But there are, really good things in here for quite a low value. Like, you wouldn't get dragon coins in Ragnarok for as low as that. 290,000 for just 30 points or 30 coins. Obviously, you have your dragon orbs there. You have your summoning circle. You have silver. You have speed ups. You have epic tar. Trials of Olympus definitely is the next most important event after Rise of Ancients. And lastly, and not least, is the Ragnarok event. Ragnarok is, again, very, very important. A clan event. You want to be doing raids against the Jormungandr squads, and you'd be attacking the Fenrir squads. The only thing about about Ragnarok that is a bit of a nuisance is that the VP, the Valor points you get from attacking the Wolf squads, the Fenrir squads in Ragnarok, is really poor compared to the VP Valor points you're going to get from Rise of Ancients and from the squads in the Trials of Olympus. Doomsday would probably be the next one after that, and then more importantly, when you do get your hero up to a certain level and your captains are all good high level, Armageddon is definitely a tournament worth running in to increase the level of your hero. The higher level your hero is, the more troops you can take into battle against other players, or when you're doing group marches during Kingdom versus Kingdom maybe. But yeah, they for me would be the top three. The two clan ones, again, to repeat, are Rise of Ancients and Trials of Olympus. And lastly then Ragnarok. So if it was a case you were going to save your silver, save them for those events. You should always have a full set of well-stacked troops to be able to use during Rise of Ancients. That is the most important clan event, and if you guys aren't killing the Rise of Ancients epics, Tin Man, Bob, whatever you want to call them, then you're doing something wrong, and it's time to either look at your clan situation or bring in new members, bring in new players, or indeed move to a better, a lower capital and start again. That for me are they for me are the three important ones. If you are low level and you can't afford a lot of silver, save up your silver for those events and your gold obviously for reviving mercs. The good thing about Ancients is it falls off the back usually of Kingdom versus Kingdom or Clash for the Throne. So if you've gone to the mercenary exchanges, you should still have some mercenaries left. And just do it like that. Maybe don't buy packs. Just use those mercenaries and use them in small quantities, not large quantities, so they don't get attacked first. And they're a good backup to the end of your attacks, and they're getting repeated hits against all the epic attacks. So hopefully that makes a little bit of sense, and that's useful. You made it into UFC, the second one. You're in UFC now, are you? Very good. I think for the sake of that, it's just outside my range. Let me just see if we have another portal there that's a little bit closer. Just looking for an arena here. Apart from obviously doing some crypting. There's an arena there. How's that? 40 seconds. Everything is just outside what I want it to be. Go on then, I'll do that one. What do I think of the new event? Honestly, it made my eyes bleed reading all that I needed to read. I will go the easy route on that one, Gara. I will let my clan members tell me exactly what it is I need to do, because it just seems extremely there's just too much reading on it. So I wait for somebody to break it down. one of the guys in Hype will break it down into the simple things as to what we have to do. I'll just log on and run, take their lead. But yeah, it seems interesting enough. Look, it's another event, yet another event. They're just going to come up with them again and again and again. They need something to run. But yeah, look, the best part about it for sure will be the new artifacts. For anybody who doesn't want the artifacts, it's probably going to be a little bit like Seasonal Kingdom. You'll be like, will I bother doing it? Will I not bother doing it? So the for me, definitely on my main account, I will be getting Ghost Flame Lantern. Be very interesting to see. However, I did just really start to use my what is it? Zeus Lightning artifact. Yeah, cold tea. Ouch. Not nice. Yeah, so look, I've been using the Zeus Lightning artifact, and I'm getting great hits against epic squads using that. Look, it's a new toy, right? It's a new toy to play with, and I will definitely get the Ghost Flame Lantern playing the event. I will have no choice because my main clan, obviously, everybody will be expected to get a certain amount of points. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it in short, but I haven't done all the reading on it. The Chronoglyph, it'd be nice to have it for food production. Obviously, it will mean you can have more troops, store more troops in your castle. But for me, that's the one I'll be looking for, the Ghost Flame Lantern for sure. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Interesting to see how it is taken, if people think it is a worthwhile event. And yeah, we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. In fact, I probably will do... When does it start? It's tomorrow, is it? I'll explain that to you in DG in 1 second. I just wanted to check something in a day. Okay. Oh, so it's going to start in the morning. Oh, so it's going to do it like 10 a.m. All right, 10 a.m. Yeah, 14 minutes ago. No permanent. I sense the rewards will be... Oh, sorry. Morning yawn. I sense the rewards will be terrible considering the reduced revival cost and no permanent troop loss during revival. Yeah, oh, don't you know? They will give us nothing. They will give us nothing. I said I was going to keep this stream swear-free. You're making me want to swear now. Yeah, look, you know, Total Battle will do their best to SCREW the players and get the most out of us. That's their game. It's all about money. It's the bottom line for them. Money, 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 money. I mean, how many super yachts can you water ski behind, right? Demarcus, I hope you're pronouncing it right. How exactly does the Zeus Lightning help you against Epic? What it does is it gives you double damage hits. So invariably in a well-stacked attack where I'm taking 2 stacks of everything, 3 stacks of monsters and as many mercenary stacks as I can, every troop stack that you take is going to give you a possibility of doing double damage. Not double hit, but double damage to any squad that you attack. And therefore, each double damage is going to give you more kills. Therefore, it's going to give you more VP. Also, it improves the amount of troops, both monsters, silver troops, and mercenaries that you can take into battle. So if you use it in conjunction with Meriones, if you used it in conjunction with Thaddeus, who improves a 25% leadership, it means you're going to be able to bring a lot more troops into battle. And as such, with that, along with the artifact, means you're getting more hits, more kills, and more VP. I did a comparison video using... Did I do a video on it? I think it's in one of my streams. I can't remember which one. But I did a comparison of attacks using using all of the artifacts that are available in the game, except the new one, obviously. Them being Ifrit Lord's Belt, the Heart of the Forest, and the Forest Crown, and also Zeus Lightning. And Zeus Lightning came out on top, bar the Heart of the Forest. The Heart of the Forest gave me slightly better VP versus Zeus Lightning, and after that the Forest Crown, and lastly Ifrit Lord's Belt. And Ifrit Lord's Belt is nearly full level on my main account. So basically they are the benefits for using Zeus Lightning artifact. Another place that you could use that is you could use it against other players, which means again you can bring more mercenaries, a larger army, etc. in attacks. So if you were to pair that or triple it with Ifrit Lord's Belt and or Forest Crown or Forest Heart, alongside that on your 3 captains that you're bringing and your hero, it means you can bring more troops into battle. You're going to get more chance of doing double damage against your enemy, and obviously you will have much stronger of a punch to pack when it comes to an attack, and that's why I use that. So hopefully that makes sense. But, and that's a big but, when this new artifact comes out, I will be giving it a try from this new event that's starting. That being the one that gives you benefits against, I'll remember the name of them instead of having to go into it all the time if I just look at it. It's the Ghost Flame Lantern. Ghost Flame Lantern, Ghost Flame Lantern, Ghost Flame Lantern. That's going to give your army a stronger attack against epics, and at that stage I probably will only use Zeus Lightning. I'll compare it. I will compare it. When it's low level and we've only just got the artifact, I'm assuming it's going to be a little bit like the Olympus event. It's not going to be a one-off. They're probably going to run this event over and over again, I would guess, which means that you won't be able to get lots of fragments and upgrade the artifact very fast. It's going to be a bi-weekly or monthly event. As I say, like Trials of Olympus, I would assume. I can't see it being just a once-off, pile it all in and get what you can in one go and never have it again. As I say, Total Battle are always looking at ways of creating new events that they can get players' interaction and interest in. And they seem to have found it now because we're getting artifact upon artifact upon artifact. More regularly now. It's just going to get to a stage where I've no doubt they will come up with something for smaller players, lower level players who haven't upgraded their city yet. They will probably come out with an artifact that's going to improve building, maybe research technology. That would be good, and that would be certainly something that would get lower level players interested in looking for an artifact. All the artifacts in the game now are more geared towards attacking. You know, there's ones that are kind of pointless. For example, the Knight of Dalarna, even though I have it on Alexander, I don't use them. It's pointless because once you get to artifacts like the Fan of the Five Winds, where it's increasing your army strength and your guardsmen's strength, that will always give me far better of an attack with mounted units than using the mounted artifact. Do you know what I mean? It's all about the attacking artifacts, and they're the ones that you're going to use as you progress through the game. But yeah, for lower level players, they should definitely come out with an artifact that will let you will assist your building your city and will assist you doing research, technology speed, research technology. Yes, makes sense. Thank you. I'm still on the newer side somewhat. I'm still learning. However, level 181, 2 captains around 215. Perfect. That's good. And obviously you are... your Twitch 2 captains, are they that you have at 215? And I assume it's possibly Cleopatra. Have you spent any money in the game or used the summoning circle to get a couple of decent captains? It's all about growth, absolutely, but just make sure that you are growing the correct way and using your captains, your battle captains. Obviously Carter as well. Hopefully you have Carter up quite high as well. As you can see, having a high Carter is making a big difference to be able to do crypts and keeping the tar level low, albeit that is on a rare crypt. Anybody else? We have a few viewers on the channel there this morning. Anybody else like to join in? Please, guys, don't be afraid to ask any questions or say hi. You don't even have to ask a question. Just let me know you're enjoying the stream. Hit me a few hearts there if you like what you're seeing. Thanks, guys. I'm here to try and help. For the streams I do, always will be a case of you won't be just sitting here looking at a guy aimlessly crypting or attacking without talking about what exactly I'm doing. I find streams, I've looked at a few streams like that, I do find them a little bit boring and repetitive. You know, whilst it is good sometimes to see what a player is doing or what they're attacking, etc., or how their attacks pan out, I don't think anything will be as important as hearing somebody talk about what they are doing and why they're doing it a certain way. So that's the important part for me about streams. So like I say, don't be afraid to get involved. Hercules and Beowulf, good. Okay, so you did run in Seasonal Kingdom. Excellent. So you have, do you have one or both of the artifacts, or did you only use your points to get your Beowulf? Obviously Beowulf I don't have. I did do Seasonal Kingdom. This is my Seasonal Kingdom account, but I didn't bother going with Beowulf. I don't think I ever will. But yeah, he's definitely beneficial strength of your army. So you can use him obviously instead of using Cleopatra, and he's going to be very beneficial in your attacks as you star and level him up. Having Hercules is a major plus. I didn't again go with Hercules. I just pushed hard, as you can see on my Cleopatra. She's level 326 and I have her fitted out with some of the old gear from Seasonal Kingdom. And when I get the opportunity, okay, I've only got 67 left, but I will need some more essence to be able to level her up, which is running at the minute, so maybe I'll do a few attacks. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, you did, you've chosen wisely, let me say that. Chosen wisely, my friend. Okay, let me see. Will I do a few attacks? I may as well. I only used the points to get Beowulf, and then I chose to get Skadi instead of the Heart of the Forest. Okay. Yeah, well, look, the artifacts, whilst they're good, obviously when it comes to starring them up, as you know, you're going to have to do future Seasonal Kingdoms, and then Seasonal Legacy afterwards to be able to improve those artifacts. But having obviously having Skadi as well is beneficial. Look, she's better obviously having her than having A-Day. So yeah, you're doing good. You're doing good. Total Battle will be so proud, so proud and so happy with players like you. If there were more, they'd be even happier. Would have reversed it if I'd gone back. I know, but it's just one of them things, right? You make a decision at the time. For me, that was my first Seasonal Kingdom. I had chances to play it before, and I just thought I'm not getting into it because I knew it was going to adversely affect my main account, and because I was in such a large clan, I just couldn't do that. I didn't have the time to put in. You would literally have needed 2 days in every day to be able to put in the time that you needed to be able to run both your main account and your Seasonal Kingdom account in tandem. It's crazy. It was way too much work. There's no way I would have been able to do it. Plus try and run whatever I have tried to run on the channel as well. Look, is what it is. Hindsight is great. Becky, good morning. currently writing a simple guide to the Dark Ornaments tournament for my clan. Total Battle really have tried their best to make it as confusing as possible. Amen to that. They sure have. And you know what, Becky? I would be very happy to give your clan a shout out if you pass that details. A simple guide. I love simple guides. I'm all about simple guides. I might even change my channel name to Total Battle Simple Guide to Total Battle. You're on Discord, aren't you? You're on my Discord channel. When you have that written up, if you don't mind me sharing it, please send it on to me. I might even include it in tomorrow. I might do a stream tomorrow, actually, or I might do a stream tomorrow, 24 hours. So it starts tomorrow. The event, Dark Omens, might run. I might run a stream tomorrow while it has started, just so as people can see what's going on and if it's worthwhile them joining. Yes, we all love simple guides, and they sure have. I didn't even read it, to be quite honest with you. It's like crazy. I was like, wow, too much information. Somebody will simplify it for me and tell me what I need to do. I know, that's a bit lazy, right? What are the best ways to get fragments for the upper tier artifacts? Summon keys, any benefit? Or mostly comes from tournaments? Mostly comes from tournaments, to be honest. So your keys. It really is about keys. Again, if you're not going to use the purchase packs and actually buy the keys, early on in the game I used to maybe buy the 5 and then obviously the next, so €4.99 as you can see here, or €9.99 was for the, I think it's 15 next 5, or maybe just doubles to 10, can't remember exactly, but yeah, I used to buy them. I don't buy them so much now anymore. I could do, but it's just, I'm just trying to spend a little bit less on this game, to be quite honest with you. I've spent enough to get to this certain point, and I'm not prepared to kind of kill myself and extend the budget by going onward and upward. I'd rather spend the time on here telling people my experiences and giving insight into the game than spending money on it. So yeah, summon keys, any benefits, or mostly comes from tournaments. Like I say, you will get some keys from Ragnarok. You'll get some keys from. You don't get keys from Lucky Bazaar, which is a pity. It'd be nice if they added a few in there. Triumphal Challenge, you get some keys from. So yeah, I would take 3 there. But as you can see, they're always in low availability, and you do have to wait until you get to a certain level to be able to get them. But yeah, I'll normally pick up the keys in Triumphal Challenge. I'll normally grab the keys in Ragnarok. And I will also grab the keys in Trials of Olympus store as well. Again, there are 3 there. In fact, I'll just take that one while I'm here. So yeah, that's basically where I take the keys from. Other than that, I am waiting. Actually, on my main account, I need 3,000 more dragon orbs to get my dragon to the top level, i.e. level 8, and I'll be able to do that. In fact, maybe they will give keys in this new Dark Omens event. But yeah, as you say, Becky, there it is there, and I am not reading through all of that when somebody in my main clan will come in and say, do X, do Y, and do Z. Yeah. So yeah, that's the way I get keys. But as I say, if you do spend any money in the game, it's probably no harm to spend the €15 that it will cost to get 15 keys. It's €1 a key, and generally you'll get half decent artifact fragments from those keys. But yeah, I'm not here to tell you to spend money on this game, because some people do not have the wherewithal to do that, and I would never push somebody to do something that I'm not doing. Simple as that. Anu, Dark Omen should be live by tomorrow right about now. Correct. Thank you for clearing that up. That's right. I did check there in 24 hours roughly, or 22 and a half hours from now. I will certainly share it. It's especially confusing for our non-English speaking players. Oh, right. Okay. Is that because of Total Battle's complete failure to be able to have a proper translator in the game? Is that where the issues come in, Becky? I wonder would Google Translate work, actually? So you probably do that yourself. Once you've done it, stick it into Google Translate and put it into a few languages, I guess. Be very beneficial. If you'd like to do that, actually, and stick it on the Discord server, I can make a little section where we could put it. Let me have a think about that, right? If you just message me, will you message me, please, on Discord? Just send me a private message. We can have a wee chat about that if you like. I'd be quite happy to give you a shout out for it. One thing I know for sure, if the other clans realize that 90% of us are asleep at the same time, we're totally screwed. Omen monsters on our territory galore. Yeah, I have no doubt that will happen. From our American counterparts. I'm sure there are West Coast US or somewhere in the middle between West and East Coast. They will for sure be online when we are not online, because I'm not waking up in the middle of the night to do anything. So yeah, we could certainly wake up with a lot of that going on in the background. There are keys shown on the rewards track for Dark Omens on the YouTube video. Okay, that's great. So there you go, Demarkey. There are keys in the new event as well, as just shouted out there by Becky. Thank you, my friend. Yes, I understand the spending money aspect. I tried to find the best value. So far, I feel getting the Triumphal Challenge purchase seems to be a decent buy. Yeah, Triumphal Challenge 100%. Is a decent buy. I always purchase Triumphal Challenge, and I always get the golden, not on my Seasonal Kingdom account, as you can see, but on my main account I always go for the golden ticket as well. So it's $19.99 for gold. After that, to be honest, if you're going for the Elite Pass, it's beneficial maybe from the Dragon Orbs. Maybe 4-tiered. So it's beneficial from the Essence. Dragon Orbs, definitely beneficial from the Gold, 500k. But you must obviously complete it to get to there. And obviously to be able to get the Union tokens as well. Look, the fragments for these captains are pointless. Certainly pointless in my case, because I don't have any more leveling up to do on them. And to be honest, Doria, don't need her. As I said, you've seen me talk about Doria before. I won't rehash it, but I think she's a waste of time. Dustan, yeah, certainly beneficial. Stror is beneficial. Cart is definitely beneficial. But most people will have got these fragments and will have leveled those captains up already. So yeah, Golden Pass, I always take the Golden Pass. I don't use the Elite Pass generally. And I think I only once purchased the Triumphal Bundle. But you do need to hit that at the very start of the event. You get your extra few bonus points. You get an extra 360 gold. But at €150, for me, I am not spending that kind of money on this game anymore. It's if I had €150 to spend on it, I would waste it on mercenaries. I wouldn't waste it on that. So yeah, Triumphal Challenge 100%. And in fact, in many clans, Triumphal Challenge is a must. You must have Triumphal Challenge to be in some of the larger clans. They don't allow you to, actually, I forgot about my, sorry. Yeah, they don't allow you into the clan unless you have your Triumphal Challenge pass. Who else are we? Anu, killing the Omen monster should be something like Grove Elder from Season Kingdom 4. Okay. Yeah, I remember them. Where your stamina decreased by 10% every attack. Rest is complicated enough. Let's leave it for tomorrow. Yes, indeed. Let's leave it for tomorrow. I'm sure many people will make mistakes. And the following event that runs, obviously, in whenever it is. I'm assuming it's going to be once a month. I don't know what your feeling is on it, guys. That's what I would reckon anyway. Yeah, we'll see for the next one. Everybody will be better set up. Look, I'm sure some of the larger clans, the likes of GOD, AGW, FOC, BAD, I'm sure they'll all be totally on top of this and will start the event and know exactly what they're doing. Clans that size don't tend to leave things for at a guess. They like to have everything, all their ducks in a row, so to speak. Hello, Carabo. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining in. Anybody else who's on, don't be afraid to get involved, guys. As you can see, we're a very friendly bunch here. We're all about helping each other traverse the vagaries that we come across in this wonderfully exciting and annoying at the same time game of Total Battle. Also on the video, if the graphics are accurate, you can have up to 36 Omen monsters, 3 different types on your territory at one time. Wow. I might go and look at that video again, actually. It is one thing that I think they kind of fail on. I know they've got a bit better. They definitely have got a bit better, but I don't know if you guys play this on the game client, i.e. the downloadable game client that you can get. I do. It's not a great piece of software. I don't know if there's much bloatware or stuff in the background of the game or what it's doing in the back of your system, but I cannot play this game on any browser. I've tried it on Microsoft Edge, Firefox, Chrome, and every browser I play this on, it will give me a JavaScript runtime error after 15 to 20 minutes play, or even shorter if I am scanning or checking kingdoms during merc exchanges or looking for specific things or players in the game. It's an absolute nightmare. On the game client, I don't have any dropouts or any issues at all. So I don't know how you guys find it. Maybe it's just something. Maybe it's my PC. I don't think it is, because of a fairly high spec computer here to be able to run several things at once. As I say, I'm running my my streaming software here at the same time, the game client at the same time. I also have YouTube open, and I also have Discord running in the background as well. So yeah, it's I just find it incredibly bad compared to the glitzy, glamorous stuff that they put out on their YouTube channel that would make new players look at the game and think it is an amazing piece of software. When you get into it, it's not so amazing. But they have definitely improved some things. Some things are better than they were. Have I not completed arena? I need one more trip to an arena. But yeah, it can be a frustrating thing at times. But it is definitely better than it has been in the past few months. So we'll give them a little bit of a clap for that. That's it. No more than that. What else? Yeah, so we're still doing a little bit of crypting. I did say I was going to do a few attacks. So let's build a few troops. In fact, let me first get up my calculator here and just see if we can build a few troops and do a few attacks on the current Armageddon squad. So while I'm doing that, don't be afraid to ask any questions. Of course, I'm not going to be able to... Well, yeah, I can, because I think I have them all set up still. Yep. Yeah, don't be afraid to ask any questions while I'm doing this in the background. I'm just going to build a little army here and do some attacks. Although I may have to switch him out or activate premium. What have I got left actually? 12 hours. Yeah, let us train an army. And yes, Becky has indeed done a lot of research. Okay, so 209. Let us go. I think we can run with 6. Let me just do something else here for a second. Put in my RSS. Move that over to there. And let me check something here. 366, 364. Okay. Let's go with 7. I think I can manage that. Minus 203 equals. My favorite comment on YouTube video for the event from someone: do you think you could make this event 20% more complicated, please? Very good. I like it. I'm sure whoever it was, she or he, got a lot of likes for that one, and laughs, etc., etc. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, 20% of more complicated. I like it. Some people have a great sense of humor, right? 2114. I'm just doing calculations here, guys. Don't mind me. Chat among yourselves. I'll keep an eye on the chat. I'm going to do a few attacks on the Armageddon squad. 7, 6. And I am basically building troops to send in multiple stacks for these attacks. I'm currently on this account. I'm going to go with 2 stacks of guardsmen, G8 and G7, and then on my specialists I'm going to go with S7 and S6 because I am not up yet. I do have a little way to go actually. 624 billion. Yeah, so I do have to get back into doing some CP runs. What's the benefits of trying to upkeep 2 accounts in the way that you do? Because so far I've paid the most attention to my main account only since I did my seasonal account where I acquired Beowulf. So I actually have 4 accounts. I have one account where I keep a small amount of silver. Before I got into one of the larger clans, I used to use that account as a bank. So when I attacked players in other kingdoms, I would send... When I used... So what's this? I just got a notification from Total Battle. What's in the cards? Question mark. You will know tomorrow. Like tarot cards, I assume. Becky will know all about that, but we won't ask her yet because she's busying, making simple guides. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, 4 accounts. I used to use it as a bank before I joined one of the larger clans. And when you join a large clan, you will find that they will have a clan bank. And by that, it is basically it's a city that they will be able to attack you and take any silver that you have that you want put into that bank. To save for future use. I, at the time of starting the game, decided to make just a small account. It's a very small account. I think I only have G5. I didn't bother doing any more than that. I just got it enough to be able to make it that it could do attacks and take silver from my main city. So that's what I used it for. I rarely log into it now. I will probably leave it go because I now have 3 accounts that I'm more actively using. So my bank account, I will probably delete and move my silver to the clan bank from it. The second one I use, I have done a few things with it. I think it's 130 million might. I am up as far as S7 troops on that. And G6s. What did I use that for? Basically, I use that. Currently I use that as a silver making account. It is something that I will use to pay players who are on the clan, the tier memberships that I offer through my Ko-fi account. I have 3 tier memberships. I have a bronze, a silver, and a platinum. And that's what I use that account for. So that creates silver, usually about 320 million silver every, I think it's roughly 72 hours or thereabouts. So that's what I use that for. The Seasonal Kingdom account, I haven't really decided what I am going to do. That's okay, Becky. You concentrate on... I actually need to stop watching so I can concentrate. But the cards have names on them like Famine, Wrath, etc. I think they're the names of the Omen monsters from the graphics. Okay, right. Yes, you go and concentrate, my dear. I'm just talking rubbish here anyway, stuff that you already know. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do with my Seasonal Kingdom account. I don't know. I might turn it into an outlaw account. We'll see. I know people don't like outlaws, but because there's so many of them in the game now, by the way, by the arrival of GTO in the last couple of months, yeah, I don't know. I might not. I might use it for good rather than bad, right? Or good rather than evil. So I'm still... How do I use them? I more or less have them set that the Shields of Peace are all set to pretty much within the same space of time. So when I log on, whether it be onto my main account or the Seasonal Kingdom account, all of the shields will drop within 15 to 20 minutes of each other. So it means that I can bounce between accounts. I'll always check and see what's remaining on it. I know there's 12 hours left on this. So this evening when I log in to play, I will reset the Shield of Peace here, and then I will swap across to each different account and set a new shield. So that's the best way to do it. For one, that's an important thing. If you do run a couple of accounts, try and keep them that the shields are always expiring around the same time. That way then you will always know if you've got an hour left on your main account, you've an hour left on your second account, or an hour and 10 minutes, or whatever the case may be. That's basically what I do, what I use them for. I know a lot of people, look, I've seen in clans that I'm in, I've seen guys who have done repeated Seasonal Kingdoms, and they have, I think one guy has 11 accounts. I really don't know how you work around 11 accounts. That's way too much extra work as far as I'm concerned. You couldn't possibly keep up with it all. Some of them don't even use their shields of peace. So some guys in my clan have their old Seasonal Kingdom accounts in a silver alt clan, and basically they will just let the silver build up to the point that it can be saved. So if you click on your silver, for example, it's only low in this, but you can see the protected from enemies is at 8,250,000. If you have done more research, you can get that up a little bit higher. I can't remember what the max is. I think it might be about, I won't even guess because I can't remember. But basically they let the silver just build up to that point, and then they'll just log in and they'll caravan that silver out to bring it back down to 0 again. So the capacity, or whatever they have, the amount that they have in their account, they won't let that exceed the protected from enemies amount. And as I say, they'll log in and they'll just do a few caravans to move the silver to their main or whatever. So yeah, look, that's what I do. That's how I work around my my few accounts and what I do with them. So really no more than 2. As I say, you could probably turn your Seasonal Kingdom account fairly simply. You could just delete or demolish all of your farmers' houses and just build mansions on those single tiles, and then obviously you will have a silver city. It's as simple as that. That's one thing to do with it if you don't want to make it into another fighting account. That'd be my suggestion to you anyway, but look, it's totally up to you and what you wish to do with it. let me continue just making troops here. So what are we on? Melee 4260 and 12. Just doing some calculation here. The mic is working. For anybody who's logged on and thinks this is a no chat stream, it is indeed. Guys, if you're enjoying the stream, I know you're not enjoying me watching me. I know you're not enjoying watching me creating troops, but please, if you're enjoying the stream or you've just joined, hit the heart. Please like and subscribe the channel. I do videos where possible and streams again as often as possible. All about the game that is Total Battle. And at the minute I'm just training troops to be able to do some attacks on the Armageddon squad. And I am doing that using the troop calculator that is available on my channel for a small fee of €5. But it is the best one out there, bar none. Don't take my word for it. Take everybody else's. I think everybody agrees that they are getting the best out of their attacks, their stacked attacks now, compared to any other of the free calculators, or indeed paid ones that are available online as well. I know another guy I've mentioned before who has a calculator that is similar to, but even not as good, and he's charging $10 per month for the use of his calculator. Yes, it is a bit more glitzy and easier to use, but it doesn't give the same results that this one does. I know that to be a fact because I know a couple of people who've tried it. Not to knock anybody, like I said, he is doing it and has a nice design on his website for it, but it doesn't stack up as well as this calculator that I have been given the rights and use of by the great Jedi Tuco. Buddy, respect. Minus 8209 49. Ranged guardsman. If I just took the wrong one. No, it's okay. Anybody who's just joined the stream, don't be afraid to say hello, guys. Just building an army here to do a few attacks on the Armageddon squad. And I'm just using the calculator here to work out what I need. Actually, that should be 10. 46. heavens. Did you mention you offered certain paid services? I didn't quite catch it when you were talking about the bronze, silver, platinum. Yes, I do indeed. If you go to my Ko-fi page, let me just drop a link for you here. 1 second. How do I actually see that actually? Sorry, shop. Oh, it is under memberships. There we go. Control C. It hasn't been Gara yet. I'm still debating. I've had a lot of people reach out to me and say they really don't want to hear what he has to say for himself. So at the at the possibility of annoying channel members, I may or may not do it. Sorry, Demarchy, yeah, there you go. If you click on that link there, kofi.com/Total Battle, you will see the tier memberships and what you get for it. They are monthly memberships, but the only thing I will say just on the tier membership, so the platinum tier membership, that's $19.99 a month, apart from the resources that you get, 100 million silver and 100 million of each building resource, stone, iron and wood, there is the option to do weekly conquest point runs specifically with me. They are free, that you do not need to pay silver, so it is a big benefit, but you would need to be in the same kingdom as either my seasonal kingdom account or my main account. It's the only thing, and it is written there, free weekly CP runs, but kingdom move is required by the player. So yeah, look, they're the three membership options I have, and I do have a few members on those. What was I doing up to that, Gary? Yeah, when was the interview? Like I said, it hasn't been yet. I don't want to annoy channel members. So look, I'm gonna just put it on the back burner for a while. There has been very heated arguments between Oxide and some of his players, and also other clans. There was a lot of nasty things said, supposedly said by males to females, but it's now turned out that in fact it was females talking to other females in the guise pretending to be males. So until the dust settles on some of that and the way people feel about what has been said, the language used, etc., I am not going to get into a situation of letting somebody talk about their clan. Simple as that. So no sign on that happening yet. It may happen someday, but for the moment it isn't. Okay, so that's us on guardsman. Let's switch to specialists now and train. I'll also need to train some monsters probably. Guys, if anybody's just joined the stream, don't be afraid to say hello. At the minute, I'm just doing some calculations here to build an army. What did I do there actually? 171 Voltron minus 835. I should really have done this beforehand, but hey, we're not all perfect. 20. Yourself. 8266 multiplied by 7 equals minus 8237 4965 2965. Ron, good morning, my friend. Thank you very much for joining us, and thanks for getting involved in the chat. It's nice to know that there's people there, you know, just for me, for my own benefit. I don't mind stream stalkers. Don't mind them at all. Anybody who's sitting there listening to the hopefully somewhat useful information that I'm giving about the game, I am fine with that. But I do like when people get involved in the chat, because it means then you can ask questions. But a very warm welcome to you, and thanks for joining the stream this morning. I hope Wednesday finds you well. Do you still use T7 in your stacks at T9? No, I don't, Gara. I only do 8s. The only brain fart. The only caveat to that question is I do use M7 in my main. So 3 stacks of monsters, 9, 8 and 7. But no, I don't use them. It waters down your leadership, where your troops, your G7 and S7 troops wouldn't be as strong as the 8s and 9s. I have tried it. There's no benefit really. I actually see a slight decrease in your hit strength. So no, it's G8, G9 and S8, S9. As I say, monsters are the only thing I will drop in. And if you look at any of the bigger guys attacking, there's a couple of players message me, show me attacks that they're doing using certain artifacts in the game. Valak from Bad sends me a few of his attack reports, and he doesn't drop down either, even though he's a huge player. So really it is all about your higher troops, your 2 highest stacks in conjunction with guardsmen and specialists are giving definitely better or the best possible hits for you versus using 1 extra stack. The only reason I'm using S7s here is I'm in my Seasonal Kingdom account now, and I don't have S8 and 9 here yet. Multiplied by 7 equals minus 3836. 24, 17, 948. What kingdom are you in? No problem, bro. What kingdom are you in, Ron? And have you a large account or a small account? Are you just growing, just learning, or are you a seasoned professional? 7K. No, 28. Yeah, 7. I may switch over to it later. I just thought I'd start it here, Gara, because I wanted to just do a little bit of housekeeping in this. And now while I'm here, I'm going to run a few attacks and get a few bits and pieces during Armageddon. 8266. No, it's 8192. 819. 2 multiplied by 7 minus 7851. 29,493. Sorry guys, if this is boring, this is the boring part of the game, having to build troops. I like to do it in such a way that I have an exact amount of troops for an exact number of hits. In this case, I'm going to be able to do 7 attacks. 20k. Yeah, I'm going to be able to do 7 attacks in a row. That's what I would normally do on my main account. On my main account, however, it is possible that during one of those attacks I may kill an epic squad, depending on what it is or how many of us in the clan are attacking at the same time, and that will just put my troop stacks out of kilter towards the end. But in this case, I ain't going to be killing any Armageddon squads, so I'll just be able to do 7 attacks basically in a row without having to rebuild troops. And it's something, a habit that is worthwhile you guys getting into, for that matter, actually, because it is beneficial to not have to retrain after every hit or selecting a different number of troops, an incorrect number of troops, just to be able to run an attack. You're better off having the exact same perfect stacking technique every time. Just actually on those tier members, Demarchy, are you on, or maybe you're gone? Are you on my Discord server? If not, please join the Discord server. Yeah, join the Discord server. There are a lot of people on there now. It's a very friendly place. Both ladies and gentlemen on there. Great bunch, and I haven't had any issues with anybody, and it is a great place to ask me questions out of the game, because sometimes the chat stuff in the chat doesn't come through yet. Do join it. I'll send you a link to join if I can pull it back up here. Give me 1 second and I'll pop you on a join link. It always does that. Copy. Will this work? Control V. Yeah, there you go. There's the Discord server. Just drop in there and join the server. Again, you can contact me off of the stream if you want to ask me anything about the tier memberships. But the tier memberships on the channel will also, even the lowest tier member, the bronze member, will get you the use of the calculator that I use in the game. That, as I say, is a little bit awkward to set up. There are a few little clever ways to do things using it. I did do a crash course video on it that goes into all of the details that you can all of the details that you can learn how to use it on, but it is without a shadow of a doubt the best troop calculator in the game of Total Battle. I have guys who are T9 and are high level accounts that have been using it and have found it far better than anything that they've ever used before, even some of their own in-clan calculators. It is worked out to within an iota. Jedi Tuco from Hype Clan, our clan leader, he's the guy that created it and has given me full permission for me to be able to use and let other players use it. For, as I say, just a straightforward once-off fee, but if you're a tier member, a channel tier member, you get to use it for free. What was this? Sorry, looking at there. K190, welcome from K190, Ron. T9, but anything but a professional. I want to play smarter. And as Gareth says, T9 is an automatic seasonal professional. Yeah, look, I know I do have some I do have quite a few T9 members on the Discord server, and they're there to pick me up, tick me off, and correct me on anything I may say incorrectly myself. But yeah, it's all good. We're all here to help each other. I'm maybe more about helping smaller players, but I even learned stuff myself and have learned stuff in this game that I didn't realize or may have been told way back in the day and forgotten about. It's no harm to refresh, right? Mickey, welcome. Just discovered channel K147. Thanks for joining the chat and channel. Guys, if you aren't already channel members, please like and subscribe. Join the channel. You'll always get updates on what streams or what videos I add. As I say, I'm more about streams nowadays than I am videos. If I can cover stuff that people ask simply in a stream, I'd rather do that than do videos, but I will try and pop a video up every now and again. If you're not a member of the Discord server, there is a link there that I've just put in. Can I pin that actually? I will. I'll just pin it. It's pinned on the top of the chat channel there. If you click on it, it is a link to join the Discord server of Total Battle Complete Guide. Please do that, and it will obviously help me grow the channel, and we can chat offline in there. There are quite a few rooms in there. There is some useful information on there as well. Get involved in the chat and the Discord. It's as important as it is to get involved in the chat here on the streams, because as I say, if I'm not on a stream for a week or more, you can still reach me through Discord. You don't have to reach me in game. I'm always available, hopefully. What else did I miss there? K190, no, not yet. Okay, good. T9, yep, just discovered. Mickey, welcome, as I say. Do you have any cyanite? And if so, how'd you get it? No, I don't, and I can't remember where you got it. Another thing I do have, or had, they're very close to being used up now, was I had a couple of the Epic Squad attack bonus enchantments. Again, I can't remember where exactly I got them from. I have a funny feeling that they may have been available during Ragnarok, but aren't anymore. And the reason I say that is there is an image of the Fenrir Squad silhouette on them. So at some stage they must have been available, but in their ultimate wisdom, the developers of Total Battle must have decided to remove them, because I think it probably would have benefited players somehow. But okay, I'm not going to go on a tangent here. So yeah, now that there is a new artifact coming that will give us a benefit, let me see if I remember the name of it. No, it's gone. Something Lantern. Come on, come on, come on. What is it? Oh, I don't know. Don't care. There's a new artifact coming in the new tournament event that's going to be here. It's going to give us a benefit against Epic Squads, but it's not an enchantment, and enchantments were good and useful, and it's a real pain in the backside that we cannot use enchantments like we can use gems, i.e. remove them and improve them by adding them back in. You should be able to do the same with enchantments, guys. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous even. Total Battle. You guys are great. Yeah, sure, you're only next door to me, Mickey. I'm on 148, part of Hype. You probably know that already. You probably wouldn't visit me that often because I'm usually shielded, because all I'm doing there is just killing epics, killing epics, killing epics. But I will come out of my bubble one day and go on the hunt for silver. But for now, we're all good, right? The two new artifacts are going to be really good. They are. They are for sure. Definitely, it's about time we had something to be able to straddle onto Helen, right? FOC, yeah. Yeah, so you're above us. Yeah, we usually have a few of the BAD guys come and pay us a visit looking for ingots, and well, generally they're not looking for ingots, they're looking for silver, as we all are when we hit T9 in the game, right? It's a constant battle. But no, in fairness, it is easier once you get to T9, because at T9 you're generally always in a very good clan, and that clan, if everybody is singing off the same hymn sheet, you are getting plenty of silver, plenty of sacred potions, plenty of gold, and plenty of tar. But you got to keep your end up, right? That's part of the bargain. Yeah, let me just continue doing what I'm doing here. Training a few troops. I'm going to run a few attacks against Armageddon just to fill my points here in Triumphal and Lucky Bazaar, and to spend a few of my nearly wasted mercs. Get some more immortal essence, actually. That'll be the benefit of this today. Okay. Talk amongst yourselves, but if you want to ask me a question, don't be afraid to. I am here for you. Albeit just semi-watching what's going on in the chat in the background. How are you all doing on this wonderful Wednesday, the hump of the week? Okay, so now I'm already out. That's a pity. I didn't change anything, did I? Wow. Okay, so I'm going to waste a bit of silver here. When my bubble is down, hype and bad visits me the most. Yeah. Yeah, I know. We've got a few silver hunters here as well, all right. It is good though, right? It's honor amongst thieves when you get to T9. It's very rare that you will get attacked. You will normally get lots of scouts, and if you don't have silver, it's not the end of the world because they won't attack you. The only time you might get somebody deciding they want to take a chunk out of you is during war games or Clash for the Throne. It's about the only time that you will actually get attacked as a tier 9 player. Because we're generally only looking for silver in the game. I know I'm wasting silver here, guys. You don't need to tell me I am over my my food, but I don't mind wasting it. Wasting speed ups as well. I just want to have enough for 7 attacks. Because I don't want to train troops every 2 minutes. How are we now? That'll do me. Now, the big question. Do I? Yeah, I do. Oh, I don't have premium on this account, so I was debating. I don't have everything I need. Oh, that'll do. I'm not going to set up premium on this account just to do the little bit of attacking that I'm going to do now. How are we here? All bonuses are running. Oh yeah, I didn't have food production. No, I don't need that. Food consumption, so I could have gone a little bit higher. What up to now? 3, 4. Consumption. Yeah, that'll do. Okay, let's go looking for some. If you're enjoying the stream, guys, don't be afraid. Well, in fact, never mind, don't be afraid. Hit the heart. Give me some love. 16 viewers there or thereabouts in the background. Excuse me while I just read something here in the background. Let's look at that later. Okay, let's go find a Armageddon squad. 479. What's that? 162. Let's see if we can find a slightly lower one. Must be a couple of them still here. This is the really annoying part of people hogging the goddamn chat. As you can see, we don't kill too many Armageddon squads here in K113. Even with the new clan that arrived, and finding these is going to be a pain in the backside. It's a pity it's not that they can't be pinned. Like, that's 2 hours of chat. There has to be another one, surely. 567. There we go. Oh no, that's the same size. Right, fine. It looks like I'm hitting a full one. Okay, so let me just, let's just go for it, right? Okay, attack. And I'm going with my hero, and my hero has 241. So let's bring it up to 320. 350. In fact, I'm not going to be able to do 7 runs. I forgot totally about that. 355. 357. Okay, 357 is there or thereabouts. Just doing my calculations here for what I can and can't take with me work-wise. Did you demolish RSS buildings for barracks? I did. Not only that, but I also stupidly demolished 2 things that ended up causing me to have to demolish barracks and rebuild them again, much to my annoyance. And one was I demolished my tar I demolished my tar workshop, and all would have been fine because clearly you don't need tar when you're in a T9 clan because you get plenty of tar. Tar is not something you need. However, what you do need, which is really friggin' annoying, was you need rage potions. And when I ran out of rage potions, it left me in a situation that I couldn't go to any arenas. And as you well know, invariably your daily jobs will include a battle to an arena for 30 activity points, and without that you cannot complete your jobs for the day, and you need to complete your jobs for the day, as we all know, to be able to make your vault. So I had to build another friggin' tar workshop. And yes, I did also delete my stone, iron and wood workshops or houses, and I put barracks there, but also foolishly I demolished my warehouse and built a barracks there, and then realized that I needed that to be able to there was something to do with silver. Can't remember exactly what it was now, but anyway, long and short, I had to then delete that barracks and create another warehouse. So they're both at low level at the minute on my main account. Obviously I haven't done that here. I haven't set it up any other way. I do have, obviously I probably will do that. I probably will still keep this as a fighting account, and just use it, send it to maybe different kingdoms where I can help other players, give them CP runs, etc., etc. So I will need to build a larger army. So yeah, I will go down the line of upgrading and improving my farmers' houses. I'm nowhere near the next level on my dragon here, so he's not going to be much use to me today. Thought I could rearrange certain buildings, basically rebuilt, same about 4 buildings, lol, demolished RSS as well. Tara did for daily ROA. Yeah, exactly, yeah. And it's just a pain. It's not too bad on the days. I know they change it up from time to look at. It's something that, again, Total Battle needs to get their head out of their ass on. And in reality, when you get to T9, there has to be something that they can do within it. What is the point in giving a T9 player 40 activity points for research when all the research is done? Like, come on, guys. Please, cop the F on. It's little things like this that are just so annoying
the only way you can express your annoyance is with a swear word. But I did say I wouldn't swear on the video today, and I've managed to just about. But it's just crap like that that really annoys me, and I'm sure it annoys others. I do not need any research points on my main account because I am fully researched. So get rid of that. Total Battle, get rid of that. Give me a Citadel to attack instead for 70 points. Give me a Citadel to attack for 40 points. So at least I don't have to use the arena, and then I can build one more barracks. Then my life will be happier and simpler, as will all of the T9 players out there. Think how much love we will give you, Total Battle, if you do something that makes joined up thinking possible. And adding a delete all button for troops when we have nothing but silver troops there to delete, and we don't have to go through this stupid routine of trying to set the delete button into one certain position. That we'll show you in a minute. Yes, that's my rant over for the day. Probably won't be, but that's one of my rants over for the day. Lol. Okay, back to... I didn't send an attack there. Now we'll just go to the closest one. Off we go again. Okay, let me just work out what I can. I mean, I suppose I could open up a few Merc packs, but I don't think I will because I'll do that on the day. Obviously, I do have some Merc packs left, chests from Seasonal Kingdom. I haven't used them all already. I go into them now and again and just add a few in, just so as I can have a good splattering of mercenaries, but I'm not going to do that now. I'll just do these. In fact, I do have some mercs that I can take. Excuse my yawning. Okay, let's just drop these down so I can still get a few hits before they run out. And I do like even numbers. What can I bring in them? 200, 300. Let's go 400. Let's go 200 and 200. Yeah, I do need some monsters actually. Okay. Let me just train a few monsters. Go 40. Again, these are costing me more than they should, but it is what it is until it isn't. Uh, 39. No. Nearly done, nearly ready to attack. That should give me enough to get going. Okay. How are we doing? Guys, if you have just joined the stream, don't be afraid to say hello. Please like and subscribe the channel. The more members, the more word I get out there and the more people I can help in the game. So please like, subscribe, hit the heart there on the chat just so as I know you're all awake out there in Tinternet land. And yeah, let's keep it real. Okay, let's attack this thing. And 200 now. go with 200. Thirty, 30, 30. How are we on the monsters? 27. Okay, so let's go. Even though I don't like taking uneven numbers, I want to keep it under what I am allowed on my calculator here. That's fine. And then 357. 644. Here's a pain having to look across that. 3596. You said you did a video on what artifacts is best for doing the most damage. No, it was in the middle of a stream, if I remember rightly, DeMarquis. I will see if I can find that stream. It was just a comparison. It wasn't a video. I might try and do that, actually. I might try and do a short video. Let me just write that down. By the way, those of you who are on here, I didn't have any issues with my stream today. I think I have finally solved the problems. So we should be never in the place where we were, where I'm trying to start a stream. You guys see a stream is starting, you go to it and there's nothing there and then it's gone. Because I was having a major conflict with a couple of programs that I'm running. But I have solved all of that, you will be glad to hear. And now everything works very smoothly and the stream comes up first time. So we want a video. It'll only be a short one, DeMarquis, but I will do one now that you have mentioned it again. Video on artifact. I might actually wait until I have, hopefully I can get it in the first attempt. The artifact, that's the two artifacts, well, the one attacking artifact that's going to come out now during this new Omens event. And that is the one that's going to give you a boost against epic squads. So yeah, leave that with me. I'll try and get on top of that and do a short video just showing it. Again, it'll be from my T9 account, but at least it will give a comparison. Excuse me, it will give a comparison to which artifact is giving me the best attack strength. But no, it was in a stream. I just can't remember. Honestly, can't remember which stream that was. Apologies. Ranged 7161. The reason I keep looking to my right here is that's where I have my calculator values, and I need to keep referring to it. 12897, just to fill in these numbers. 13789. Again, this is from the calculator that I use and gives perfect stacking attacks. 13453. And for anybody who watches this video afterwards, not as a live stream, in the US, I do apologize for it being so early in the day, but hopefully you do jump in and have a watch anyway. Do appreciate your time. 13810. I hope Neve's not watching me here do all of this. She'd be saying, you should copy and paste. $26,159. $26,013. $26,013. So after I've put in all of the troops, as you can see, I could increase the last one. And normally what I will do is I will throw in one extra squadron to be able to fill whatever small amount of leadership is left, or if my hero and or captain was to increase level during the attack, I can keep all of the stacks the exact same, but I will add, let's say I put in G6 ranged units there as an extra. I can add a few extra of those in. But in this case, we will just run with the leadership value that I have there. Deadshots was 26013. Okay, and I have all of the relevant bonuses on, so let's start the slow march. But we'll speed it up. Okay. Okay, let's see how we did there on several levels. So I got 55 billion VP. And let me just have a look at the stack attack here. For those of you who are here and may not have used the troop calculator that I have available, you can see a breakdown here of how the attack went, what troops died and in what order. The important thing regarding stacked attacks is that your specialists, in the case of using specialists and guardsmen, your specialists are the meat shields, i.e. they are the troops that you want to get killed first, and you want them to get killed in the correct order, i.e. your weaker troops should be killed before your stronger troops. So as you can see here in the first attack, I got first hit this time, coincidentally. Then that troop, which is a specialist troop and a specialist's level 6, got killed first. And all the way down, you can see those all got killed. So all of the first, my lowest level specialist troops got killed in the first attack. That gives my higher level specialist troops more attacks, because they go then on a run of attacks until the epic squad, until they all have hit, and then the epic squad then attacks. And as you can see, my guardsmen have not been attacked. Again, on the second set of attacks, it's been specialists, 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 and specialists that got killed. Excuse me stuttering through this. I talk too fast sometimes for my own brain. Then we went on another set of attacks. Again, my guardsmen are getting repeated attacks. The next set of attacks where they get attacks, I then lose my guardsmen. Okay, then I go on a third set. But you can see that the guardsmen that I lost in the next row were my lower level guardsmen, my G7s, not my G8s. So my G8s that were doing the most damage, because they're the strongest troop, are then still getting attacks. This is the importance of a stacking calculator that corrects your attacks to the perfect and nth degree. So you can see that we're down to row 69 attacking now, and again my monsters are still getting attacks and my G8s are still getting attacks. Now and only now my G8s are now getting hit, and we're down as far as row 86. So that is how a well-stacked attack is supposed to happen. You can see that my monsters, which again would be my strongest troop, are still attacking and haven't been hit yet. They will be the next ones to die on my next attacks, okay? But as you can see there, my G7, my M7s are now the next one to get attacked. My M8s are the ones that are the strongest monster group. They are not getting attacked. They are the last ones to get hits in, along with my mercenaries, because I've kept my mercenary levels low. The monsters then are the next ones to get hit, and lastly then my mercenaries will be the very last ones. So that is, in essence, a perfectly stacked attack. If I wasn't stacking as well as that, I would not be getting anywhere near those valor points, those coins, or those essence points for this particular squad. So I may not be doing much damage because I'm only a G8 and M7, sorry, G8 and S7 city currently, but that is how well the attacked stack works. How much gold do you get per ancient kill? Currently in my main account, I think it was about 1.8 million. I'm nearly sure it's about 1.8 million. I haven't seen an improvement for our Tin Man kills when my clan was at 190 and now 210. It's still just. And are you putting what way are you breaking down your tome of knowledge versus time versus summons? Obviously, you're at 6 summons. I assume you're summoning 6 monsters. I think I know that we went to the top. We went to the top 100% on Tome of Knowledge, the book. So that's the bonus. So that obviously is making a difference. Let me just revive these. I do have some sacred potions left. Do I? Yep. Let me just revive these few mercenaries and monsters. And I probably could. I do have enough gold to be able to do a few attacks. Excuse me. But I will just continue as is for the time being because I want to just get my my bonuses here. Armageddon. Let me have a look and see actually where I am. I don't think I'm anywhere off being able to rank. No, 30 attacks I probably have to do. Well, 15 attacks. 2 a time. Yeah, okay, so let me just take these and a Triumphal Challenge. We can take that and some Valorant attacks. Okay. And then the Pursuit of Fortune. And then the Pursuit of Evolution. A few orbs. And we will get some Immortal Essence. It would be nice to get the total of that, but we probably won't do that many attacks. And then Mercenaries, I need 800, so I'm probably not going to be able to get any mercs from this. But anyway, we'll go because I do want to boost my Valor points and be able to do the research to get me up to G9. I'm halfway there on the G9 troops. And yeah, we want to get the rest of the way. I could set a portal, I suppose, couldn't I? Yeah, I have enough portals. Let's save my speed ups and let's do it this way instead. I'll just have to keep an eye on my silver troops because I didn't revive, but I can get a couple of hits. Okay, let me just do one thing here. I'm not doing too good this Armageddon, only 4 kills. Last one got 47. Nice. It's just being at the right time, right place at the right time, isn't it, Mickey? Give me 1 second, guys. Just need to step away from the mic. I will be back in about 2 minutes. Thank you. I'll leave the screen running there. 3, 2, 1. I'm back in this. I'm back in the room. Didn't notice that actually. Let me just fix that. Thanks for bearing with me. And back. Yeah, 47. I think I'm at about 15 or 16 at the minute. But like that, people get pretty annoyed if you're just sitting waiting on 3-stack attacks all the time. We put 100% on the book. 6 summons. I just assumed after level 200 the goal will be just over 2 million and even 4 million at 250. Yeah, I can't remember. I actually not sure what we're on at the minute. Level wise, I cannot remember. Yeah. I think I'm nearly sure that we are just under the 2 mil per hit, because it's around 1718 at the minute. But like I say, I can't remember the level exactly, so that's not much use. Jamie, thank you for joining the stream, and I thank you. I've been playing for a few years now, Jamie, so I guess all of the stuff that I have learnt and been taught and shown over the years is coming into use for the general public now, because like I say, that's what I'm about. That's my gameplay now. I probably wouldn't be playing the game still, only for what I do now. I do enjoy trying to help people. I know some of the stuff. Look, I'm not naive enough to think that everything I'm telling you is 100% correct, and that's why I do surround myself with players who have a good knowledge as well. There's some great people on the Discord server that help out others when I'm not there to do so, and I really appreciate the time they take to be part of this whole mindset of being here to help other players. But yeah, look, if there's something that I don't know, I'll ask. If there's something that I don't know, I'll be straight up and say it. I won't just guess it. There's no point in doing that. But yeah, look, if I can enjoy the game by playing it this way and being just keeping an interest in it. Like I say, I wouldn't be playing it if I wasn't doing what I'm doing now. It's really not the tier memberships, by the way, that I do. As you see, if you go and have a look at them and see what there is available on the tier memberships, I am giving something for that. I'm not just asking for something for nothing. So I think it honestly evens out. You know what I mean? It's I'm giving away silver and building resources for the price, for the cost of what I am charging per month. You know, it's not that you're just getting nothing for the tier memberships I offer. But apart from that, the videos you do, etc., like I say, I try to keep the streams as clean as possible and don't monetize them. I do monetize it after the stream has ended and goes into the video log. And that's my little way of trying to get something out of it as regards being on YouTube. So yes, Jamie, thank you for saying that. I do my best. Mickey, my strategy is hit at least 2 or 3 times to get timing down, but yes, it gets annoying. People waits. Sounds like it's the same in all kingdoms. Yeah, 100%. Any clan I've ever been in, there's always the ones that wait for 3 stacks. The more annoying part of it, to be honest, look, you know as well as I do, this is all about driving your hero level. It's not, you're not doing anything else by attacking these, only driving up your hero level. What am I, 289 now? I'm not doing enough damage to be able to get up. I might get there, but I think I probably will do a full revive on this. Now that I have the gold and or sacred potions. I don't do it that often. It's not something I would tell anybody to get into a habit of doing. Doing gold revives of all troops, but I will do it invariably if I am working on a goal of something. But yes, the most annoying thing is people waiting on 3 stacks when it comes to Rise of Ancients, Tin Man. That I cannot stand. If somebody's waiting for a 3 stack on one of the other epics, then hey, so be it. That's their option. But it's going to be very clear who grows and who doesn't grow. And when we're all pushing for valor points and experience points to be able to push our hero up certain levels, you may as well hit from a 4 stack, because it's the only way you're going to get enough points to be able to actually do it. So yeah, look, is what it is, right? I do have a message here, an in-game message. I try and keep people not sending me messages, but I do have to just have a quick look. So I'm going to drop the game out just while I do it. That's okay. That's who I thought it might be. It was just a reply to something I'd sent earlier on, and we come back in. The only reason I do that is to just keep players' anonymity and any personal messages that they may have sent to me between me and them. So apologies for blocking out the window there, but if I do that from time to time, that is the only reason I'm doing it. Okay, let's see if we can get the last of the essence here. And why did I only go? Yeah, okay. And let's see, at least we can get the hero up to level 290. Probably will require a few hits. Yeah, at that rate, it's probably going to require 5 or 6. But it'll be worth it. Or I may just go on to the point that I've taken the essence that I need, because I think I can upgrade Cleopatra. I'm nearly sure I can. I think it was 273, so I might do a little bit of summoning circle after this and try and get her leveled up, which will be useful going forward. As I say, I don't really use this account much other than Seasonal Kingdom, but I will send it somewhere to another kingdom. Mind you, there was discussion about the possibility of war possibly breaking out here in K113. I did get a couple of private messages from a clan member in another clan saying that a larger clan were thinking of coming here. Well, if they do, then I might just use my my account here as an outlaw and burn their forts. Fight fire with fire. Okay. How are we doing? 56, 56, 54, 55. So it's all in around the same. 834. Okay, so let's use a few sacred potions to bring these guys back. Yeah, I did see that, and they're not the ones that are supposedly going to cause the trouble. Somebody said that Boss Clan were thinking of moving here as well. I think, well, maybe I'm guessing here, but I think UHC may have been requested to come here or given an option to come here to just bolster this kingdom, because I know RRN that I'm in here with my my SK account really have kind of dropped off the cliff edge as regards to how okay, got what I needed. As regards to how many active players there are in the clan. So it's probably no harm that there is another friendly large clan here, and UHC seem fine. Haven't had any, well, I haven't been on here much to be able to be doing or saying anything, but they seem like a friendly enough bunch, Gara. I'm assuming they are. Now, will I or won't I try and get him? Really could do with... Actually, yeah, that's what I should do. Let's bring Cleo in here and take off. In fact, let's give him some better gear, which will make a little bit of a benefit to these attacks. Or 45 versus 60, isn't it? Epic or not epic? What do you think? It's a tough choice. Well, I don't have any gems in there, so let's just go with that. In fact, now that I have some of this, maybe we can give a little boost. Pretty sure I have this maxed out on strength of everything. But we could probably get something else out of this, could we? No, I did all my strength boosts already. March speed is only going to be what I'm going to do there. Yeah, okay. So let's just go with that armor instead and see if we can punch a little bit higher and get this hero up to 290. So we have the same of everything. 60. I'm going to need some more monsters shortly. Let me just make a few more of them. And let's, while we're listening to that, change the music. Okay. So we have slightly better gear now on Thaddeus. In fact, I should. I could, but I don't have a full set of gear. So no, let's just stay with Thaddeus. Let's not muddy the water. Okay, go, go, go. Nesta of UHC is pretty awesome and not a troublemaker. They moved due to increased competition with main UHC. Ah, right, okay. Good to know, because I had heard something slightly different on this end. Okay, so we're 10 billion more striking power with that new gear on. Let me switch 80 back out and put Helen back in there just to keep my food a little bit closer to what it should be. How are we going on this? Yeah, let's revive all. Armageddon. How are we doing on Armageddon now? Okay, so that's VP should be up now slightly as well. Are we getting any closer? 11. No. I don't think I'll be able to rank, and I don't think I will bother. I'd rather do it my main, which I probably should switch over to shortly. Rewards. Actually, I tell you what I should do as well while I'm at this. I should really take these Lucky Bazaar. Let us do 3 at a time. Probably get wood, iron, and stone. But the XP points are the reason I am doing this. Let's see what else we get. 4 spins. Oh, it would have been nice to get the 360 there, but I would take the dragon coins instead. And another 60 experience points. Okay, so experience points are now up a little, which will help me going forward. I don't think I'm going to make it on the mercs, like I say, because I didn't take them. I mean, I could. No, I won't. What did I miss? Triumphal Challenge. I don't need them yet. So let us do one more. Or two. Or maybe three. I suppose I could add some more mercs in, couldn't I? So let's have... Yeah. Let's throw a few more mercs into the mix. And did I have Pounders? I did have Pounders, Scarface, Quicksand. Let's have a look again. So I do have Quicksand, but I could get some more. Let's choose wisely. Okay. And let's have a quick look and see what we are going to take. So let's go with 10. 10, 10, 10. And let's go with 30, 30. We'll leave that as is. I could take a few more of those actually. Let's go 500. Quicksands, I can take a few more of those. So let's go to 350. And leave those as they are. So that's going to give me a little more bang for my buck. Revival will cost a little bit more, but that's okay. And leave that as is. Start march. Guys, if anybody has joined the chat, don't be afraid to say hello. Even if you're new here, it's all about getting new members here. And I am very much pro helping people out the game, helping people learn and grow. So please say hi, hit the heart, like and subscribe to the channel as well, please. The more the merrier. Okay, what are we up to now? Okay, now we're hitting. Now we're hitting better. So if we have a look back, the first attack I did, I gained 55.7 billion VP and we hit for 1.92 Essence of Fire coins. And my most recent hit, we are now hitting for 87 billion VP and 2.61 million Essence coins, Essence of Fire coins. So that's much better. Let me see now how close we are to... Okay, so I would say maybe three more hits or thereabouts should be enough to make him reach his level of 290. So let's keep going at that. There's that magical miracle of mercenaries and or monsters suddenly reappearing after you click to bring them back. One and Pursuit of Fortune. And now we might be able to get a mercenary or two. Have to keep a close eye on my mercs and monsters, so we do need a few more of them. And dragons, let's go 42. And 68, 78, 58. Just keep these monsters topped up as we go. So, go attack again. Just making sure we still are okay for troops. And off we go again. Yeah, I think 2 more hits and I'll be up to 290 with him. So I will persevere and we will just push him up to that level. Let's bring everything back here. And that will run me out of Sacred Potions, but that's okay. Yeah, so that there is proof right there before my eyes. And I'm going to just time mark this video because I wondered whether you've probably seen it yourself, okay? Where you're reviving a troop, okay? And that troop then appears again after you've revived it once. I often noticed up at the top on Sacred Potions when I did that the odd time it would always be red numbers as you were reviving because that would be Sacred Potions disappearing. But the odd time you would see green going up, which means I assumed it meant that Sacred Potions were being refunded from you clicking on revives. I had enough Sacred Potions there to revive my whole army. I had 393,000 and it was 387,000 to revive. I have just wasted all my 393,000 Sacred Potions, yet I still have troops to revive. So I'm going to just timestamp that because that's my proof to send to Total Battle to tell them, and I said I wasn't going to swear this whole video, to tell them that they are cheating assholes because they are making the game basically bug out and making me waste gold and or Sacred Potions to revive troops. So Total Battle, you are dicks. Let me just have a quick look at it. So where are we now? It is what is the stream time? 12:09. But what is the actual stream time? 2:38. Yeah, and Mickey, I thought it was, like I said, when you see in the green Sacred Potions going up, the green numbers sometimes, I thought that was a repayment for the revived troops coming back. But clearly it's not, because that 100% has just been proven here in front of my very eyes. So yeah, 2 hours, where did I just see that time number? 2 hours and 11 minutes, 2:38. So if I go to 2 hours and 35 minutes, pretty much that should give me bang on. I just saved that timestamp. Not that they'll even listen to me anyway, because they're just wasters. Oh, if anything made you want to curse, it's Total Battle developers. Anyway, let's hit again here and just go and do what I wanted to do and bring my hero up. Yeah, it happens all the time. It's got me to a stage now where it's really annoying, because you know yourself, when you're in the middle of attacking an epic squad and you're bringing your mercenaries back, so you go in to revive them and you click revive, 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 and then one will bounce back, or you've clicked the revive button and they don't reappear. It means you decidedly go slower to try and stop it from happening. It just happened again there. You go slower to try and stop it from happening, and it happens anyway. It's a joke. It's a farce. But yes, my point was that it means that you can't hit fast again, and when you're trying to do a kill, I wonder, does it happen on the gold? Like if you revive all at once, this is the big thing about them, including things like a delete all button. Like, fuck, how hard is it? They can make all of these wonderful new events and make players spend more money on their piece of crap game, but they can't fix simple things like that. It's unacceptable. We shouldn't stand for it. But what can we do, you say? I hear you cry in the distance. What can we do? They take our money and they give us nothing back. Come on, let's get this hero up to 290 and then we'll just call it a day. Yay! Okay. So 82.9, 87, and 92.3, and hero has got 2. So that's all I wanted to do in this instance. The troops now can be deleted and we can build again. Oh, made a mistake there. Oh yeah, that's just because I'm out of sacred potions. So I wonder what I was doing there. So I didn't take that few monsters, did I? Yes, okay, so that has been a worthwhile little event. Let me just see where we stand now in ranking. I don't think I'm anywhere near, well, I'm 9 off, but I'm not staying. This isn't about ranking. I'm not ranking up a seasonal kingdom account. It is not worth my while. I nearly have made it to getting those mercs, so I tell you what I will do. Let's just attack with what I have that are expiring. So Highlanders, Scarface, Slavic Warriors, and 19 Quicksands. Oh yeah, and the Pounders. Okay, so Pounder, Scarface, that, and 19 of those. Deselect all. 19. And these, and these. And let's just send the rest of my silver troops. Even though this will not be a good stack, I will just burn them anyway. Just so as I can get the benefit from my authority rush. It's only the mercs we want to bring back here, and then I can get those 75 Jaegers. In fact, now I have to revive them. Oh, it doesn't matter, it's grand. So did that give me the points I needed to get my Jaegers? Yes, it did. Great. At least we got something out of the day. And after that, then they can all just die. Let's revive the hero and they can all be deleted. Yes, if you're just joining the stream, we're very close to the end of it. But don't be afraid to ask me any questions before I disappear off for the day. Very briefly. Don't make it a long one. I'm only here for another 15 minutes. Just deleting troops here. Again, total battle, yes. Be useful. Give us something we need. Not crap we don't. Delete all silver troops. That's what we require. Not another event. They really aren't about making happy players. Sure they're not. They're about making money. We all know that. Greed. They're about greed. Okay, let's close my portal because we don't want it to get attacked and anybody steal the little bit of silver that I have currently. Only 346 million. But I do have a few ingots there. I might do a swap over later on from my main. Speaking of which, let me just finally have a look and see, can I upgrade Cleo now. No, I need more essence. No, I have enough. Okay, so I need 67 fragments for Cleo. So that gets her up to the next level of 150. So let's just do that while we're here. Into the summoning circle with you. Let's do a few of these freeze. Okay, and I have 634, so that should be fine. Let's just quickly go through this. Okay, so we're going to do 10 at a time. And I'm looking for Cleo. Let's just do the whole lot, right? Let's just fly through it and we'll get them. What did I say? I need 37. I have a funny feeling I saw her come up twice there. Get down to 400 and check then. Okay, let's see. Was that enough? Who is it actually at the minute? Dustan. Oh, that's handy. Yeah, so we're going to benefit from some Dustan fragments here as well because he's running at the same time. And now let's see how we are doing. Go back in there. Okay, 7 more. 7 more, we can bring her up to the next level. And Dustan, I don't really want... No, I'm not going to bother with Dustan for here. Cleo I do use from time to time if I do log into my Seasonal Kingdom account here and give them a hand with the likes of Rise of Ancients event or even during Trials of Olympus, and obviously I will probably use her a little bit in this new event. So let me go back into Summoning Circle now. We need 7 more fragments to be able... Oh no, that's not what I'm doing, sorry. Yeah, 7 more fragments to be able to get her to the next level. There's 5. I need 7, 2 more now. And 5. So that's it. Return. Let's leave it at that. And let us go in now and upgrade Cleo. So she's going to go from an army strength of plus 90 to plus 150. Boom. Now she's going to have a little bit more of a punch against epic squads. And let me just put all of this back in here so as I have it ready for when I decide to train some troops later on. Why does that have... guys, thank you for supporting me on Ko-fi. Appreciate it. Engi, thank you, my friend. And TJ Hooker, thank you. I appreciate you both. I thought I had... I think it's time I upgraded some of these. I'll do a bit of work on this later on. I'm not doing it now. I might just switch across to my main actually before I log off today. I could come back later on and do the obvious, which is reset my shield, but not until tonight. And I close my portal. So yeah, I'm just going to switch across here to my main account, and while I do that I'm just going to drop out of the game capture so as my account details don't become obvious to anybody, because we know we don't want anybody else finding your progress ID. So let's switch to main and see how the guys are getting on over here. Ali, my friend, how the hell are you? Just popping back to main I have one private message that I need to look at here, and then I will put you all back onto the game. You have not come on to a blank screen. Don't worry. I'm still here. I'm just checking a private message or two that was sent to me, and then I will be in. That's an interesting one. So I won't say who I got this from, but I'm just going to tell you. So an hour before you have to leave for work, sadly. That's okay, because I've been on for 2 hours odd, and I'll be jumping off shortly myself. I need to do a few bits and pieces too. So I just got a message from a player. I won't tell you who it is or where he's from or what clan he's in, but to give you an idea of the difference. And I know people were going on or talk regularly about how much gold and silver players get in larger clans, and how the game is tilted strongly towards those players. Bear this in mind. There's a player here who I know well. He's in a very large clan, and he has to get, not just him, but every player in that clan must achieve a minimum of 11 billion Armageddon points. That's just to remain in the clan. That is basically that's what you're going to have to adhere to be able to be welcome and part of a player, part of a large clan. That's the reality of being a large clan. It becomes a job, really, this game, when you get to T9 and you've grown your account to 1 billion might plus. You may think it's easy at that stage and everything is dead handy, but if you just try and get your head around that. Okay, so here's Armageddon, and I'm in Division X -8, whatever way they work that out, I don't know. So I am at 672 million points. If I wanted to be in his clan, I would have to be at 11 billion. Okay. And if you consider where the rest of the guys are in my league, there's 2 billion there. To get to 11 billion, you are probably going to be in the top 10 or 15. Just to look. So there we are, yeah. 13 is where there is the first of the clans. 14. So, yeah, you see the massive points that you need to rank in an event. Any epic event that these guys in the large clans are playing in, they're going to have a lot of mercenaries to be able to hit points like that, like 11 billion points. In Armageddon. That's crazy. Anyway, back on with the screen. There we go. So I'm back on my main account here, and let me see, what did I miss in here? So yeah, like I say, Ali, I'll be out of here shortly as well. Starla, welcome. Thank you for joining the stream today, and thanks for posting the question. How do I figure out how much silver to charge pay doing CP runs? Also, how do you pay them? I watched your silver alt video, but it didn't say how. Okay. It's straightforward enough. Excuse me while I cough first. So, how much to pay? Usually, whoever you are doing the CP runs with will charge you a premium. Okay. In the case of a large player, I don't know what size your account is, or whether you just want to do single individual runs, or whether you plan on doing it with some of your clan members. Basically, the going rate is somewhere between 1.2 million and 1.5 million silver per 1 billion CP gained. Okay. Let me just be aware of what's going on here. We just lost that one, I think. But anyway, yeah, so basically, and how do you pay them? The easiest way to pay after a set of CP runs is, our biggest player is G5. Okay, the easiest way to pay them is to have a clan bank. By that I mean a place, one of the cities in your clan, or an alt of another player. It doesn't matter what size it is. An alt of another player that can constantly keep their shield on. And basically what you would do then in that case is, after or before a conquest point run, your players will have to caravan whatever amount of silver they owe to the bank. Then the player that you're doing the conquest points with will attack the bank city, either through a portal or using the portal citadel trick, and they will basically take it all in one go. That's the easiest way to do it. That's one way to do it. An easier way to do it would be for somebody to be the bank in your clan that has the ability to be able to collect from all players. Well, they can't do that in the clan. Look, it's kind of a hard one to explain, but if you are on Discord, on my Discord server, it is pinned to the top of this chat here in the stream. Join the Discord server and message me. Curfinator, I am on there. Message me and I can have a chat. I can possibly do you a small video about how it works, but certainly I can break it down very simply for the different ways and the easiest ways to do it. It's easier to do that in a private chat than it is to try and explain it fully on here. Plus, if I do something like that, it might be something that I can then forward on to other players who may have a similar question. So please, if you can, join the Discord server, message me on there, and I can explain it to you in a little more detail there. But basically, yeah, 1.2 to 1.5 million silver per 1 billion CP gained per player. Well, not per player. So for example, let's just say you had 50 players and you attacked the player who is providing you with the CP runs, and the total for 10 runs amounted to 400 billion CP. Okay, you would take that 400 billion CP, you would multiply it by either 1.2 or 1.3 or 1.5 million, and that is the silver amount that you would have to pay that player for the runs. Okay, that's if they are giving you an offer like that. Some players may charge a little bit more, some may charge a little bit less. It just depends on how fair they are with the time that it takes, and obviously they have to build a certain amount of birds for you to attack, or mounted units depending on which kind of player you're attacking. They're going to have to build all of those troops, and they're going to have to revive each time, etc., etc. So it does cost a bit, and it's our kingdom opens soon. Okay, super. So you've been doing it prior to it opening. What else did I miss there to figure out? Thank you, and you're welcome. Top player is 27 billion in my division. Yeah, okay, Mickey. What top player in my division? Where did I just say it was? 27. He was 70 something. Yeah, so top player in mine, it's one of the GOD guys. God, main. 74. Yeah, and I'm X8. Afternoon, Terry, and thank you, my friend. Much appreciated. I hope you get what you need out of it. Make sure to hit me up in Discord, Terry, will you? Just to be sure that you have been included in the members section in Discord that's specific to bronze members. I think you have, actually. Yeah, you have. Great. I'll give you that now. You actually shouldn't need access. If you just click on the link, so you see the link just above where you've posted, Terry, if you just click on that link, oh no, sorry, it's not there. Yeah, it is there. Just scroll up, June 27th, you will see the link there to the calculator. Just click on it, my friend, and that's it. You don't need access. That should be able to give you instant access to it. You will have it as a viewer, and all you need to do is click on File and click on Make a Copy. I'm just watching you type as I'm chatting here. I'm assuming you listen to me. You're welcome, Starla. Thanks for asking the question. It asked for permission. Okay, let me just pop in here and do that for you. It should recognize that you are there. No, actually, that's not the one. And I'll also add you to the tracker as well. You probably, actually, you'll have to request it. You did. Sorry, I see the email there. And there you go. Okay, that's shared with you now, my friend. Just as I say, click on it, it will open, and at the top of the page you'll see File. Click File and click Make a Copy. And once you've made that copy, you can obviously come back and make more copies as you wish. You'll see in the calculator video that I did, the crash course one, there is two, but the crash course one is the one you want to look at. You will see that there's, when you use it for different captains, your best bet is to save one for your hero and then make another copy and save it as your, well, make your copy and save it as whether it be Cleopatra or Beowulf or Skadi, and just keep doing that. Make copies and save them as each one, because it saves you then having to redo it each time. You'll only ever have to change one thing on the calculator, and that will be your strength and health bonuses at the very bottom for your melee, for your specialist units, and for your guardsbane units. Obviously your monsters you may need to change depending on the strength, or obviously your bonus versus epics and bonuses in raids and bonus against Fenrir squads. But like I say, have a look at the troop calculator crash course video I did, and that'll tell you everything you need. And like I say, thanks again for supporting the channel, my friend. Appreciate you. Okay, let's just have a look and see what we got here by the way of clan gifts. So I haven't logged on since last night. I think it was about midnight last night, so it's about 12 hours since I was on with my clan. And just to give you an idea, given the fact that I'm in a working clan here with my main, we're constantly attacking epic squads every time there's epics about. Plus the guys are doing lots of, as you can see, epic crypts, etc., etc. This is what I'm getting for 12 hours of not being in the game. So we're looking at 5.7, nearly 5.8 million. A gazillion city teleporters that I will never get to use. I think I've got about 5,000 of those at this stage. Reset talent points again, which I'm never going to use. Some sacred potions, obviously some tar, and more importantly down the bottom, lots of dragon coins. So I thank my clan for working so hard overnight. We'll just open a few of these chests and then we'll get to attacking, doing some attacks. I will probably log off shortly. That has been an interesting stream today. I do thank everybody that took part and joined me, and also a special thanks to the couple of users who have become tier members on my channel. Big love to you guys. Appreciate you very much. Okay, how are we doing here on stream? Yes, we're down a little. We're gone a little bit low. I think we're up about 28 or so viewers earlier on, which is good. Like I say, the more people on the stream, the better, because it helps with people asking questions that some people may not have realized was something to do. So let me just do a couple of attacks here while I am on, just to help out my clan. Food consumption, let's turn that on. Oh yeah, we need clan bonuses. 1207. So why did he not do the clan ones as well? Okay, let's go attack while we're waiting for the clan bonuses to be turned on. On a slow march today. I think we may have snagged one epic squad. Yep, that's nice to log in and get one straight away, isn't it? It's always nice to get one, especially when you're grabbing it from the clutches of another clan. Although it's probably it's our sister clan anyway. We don't have any main rivals here. PPP is our sister clan, and we try to be nice to them every now and again and let them kill the odd squad. So that's a good start. Let us just do a revival of some troops here, because I do have quite a few sacred potions, 37 million to be precise. So yeah, all is good in the hood. Okay, where is the next one? Gone. They don't last long around here. Let me go to main 605. We'll just have a quick look around and see. I don't even know why I'm doing this, because epic squads do not last in kingdoms where you have more than one large clan, as most of you will be aware. For those of you who are living in kingdoms with large clans. Attack. And go. Do I not have my march speed on? What the hell? I do. These are just a long way away. We better get this. Good. The riff from that song sounds a little like Metallica song. Welcome Home Sanitarium. I'll save that actually, I like that one. Where is it? There it is, Rebirth. Okay. Why is it everything seems to be 4 minutes odd away from me today? Why is there so few people attacking? Come on, guys. Get your skids on. Bit like the 3 stackers waiting here today now. Hence why people are still arriving. There is a name for people like that. You see, everybody thinks everything is rosy in a big clan, and everything works like clockwork, but it doesn't. You still get hoarders, people who hoard gold and speed ups and all sorts, and wait for 3 stacks. People need to attack from the off, from the start. We won't kill these things if everybody doesn't go at the same time. Why are we going for that one when the other one is lower level? Where was the lower level? 623. 159. Yes, indeed. Okay, so I've kind of run over the time that I was going to run this for, and I do have stuff that I need to do today. So I think I will call an end to that stream, guys. Appreciate you all for joining in. Thanks very much to those who took part. A special thanks to those of you who supported the channel via Ko-fi, and also please don't forget to like and subscribe the channel if you haven't done already and you are or were new to the stream today and you watch this after the live stream. Appreciate you all, and you watching this helps me get the word out there for this channel. For the YouTube channel, for my Ko-fi channel, and obviously for the Discord server. Anybody who I've said, as I said today, who I spoke to, who wants to message me on Discord and ask me about anything that we discussed together, by all means, please do so. I can reach you there and we can have a chat about questions that you may have asked or things you may want to ask me in the future. So I think on that note, we will call it a day. So until the next time, thanks a million to you all. Thanks for joining the stream, and hopefully I'll see you maybe tomorrow or the day after, maybe Friday morning. Might run a stream Friday morning indeed. Okay, but until then, guys, thanks a million. As usual, until the next time, Curf, peace out. Be good, be safe. Have a good day, everyone. Thank you.